The year is 1903. The place is Detroit. And here the story of automation truly begins, with a man, Henry Ford, a machine, the horseless carriage, and a revolutionary new method of manufacturing, the assembly line, destined to change forever the face of America and the world. The assembly line is Henry Ford's response to the rising demand for automobiles in the early 1900s, a way of making cars cheaper and faster. The principle is simple: keep everything moving. Take the work to the man, not the man to the work. With this crude form of mass production come other new ideas: the placing of workers in fixed positions, standard parts, and more machines to do more things. Hard labor, says Henry Ford, should not be for men, it should be for machines. And yet in this America of not so long ago, there are many who labor hard and long with little or no machinery to lighten their load. In the coal mines, men live and work without clean air or light, hacking and digging, shoveling and loading, 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. The years pass, and the automobile assembly line grows longer, faster, more productive. In 1914, one Model T Ford is completed every 93 minutes. In 6 years, more than 1 million Tin Lizzies are manufactured. The assembly line, heavy machinery, mass production, they have proved themselves in the automobile plants. Soon they will spread to scores of other industries. In the coal fields, miners ride into the pits on cars pulled not by mules, but by machines. And far underground, where the earth once gave grudgingly of its wealth, giant mechanical teeth dig into, chew up, and spit out endless tons of coal. Machinery is beginning to show that it can be used under certain conditions to take the place of men. In most industries, however, machinery is simply the servant of the worker and not a substitute for him. It increases his productivity and gives him higher wages. It shortens his work week and offers him an easier life. And so America and Americans roll merrily along in the golden age of our industrial growth. There is more money, more leisure time, more places to go, sights to see, things to do. But then, as the pace of industrial progress quickens, machines begin to make certain men and special jobs unnecessary. The fireman who has been shoveling coal in steam locomotives finds one day that he and his job are obsolete. The new oil-burning diesel engines need neither coal nor firemen, but he remains in the cab, and a new employment practice is born. Its name, featherbedding, a practice that will spread to other occupations and other industries. Machines replace machines, machines of all kinds to do all kinds of jobs. There are computers that can register and store information on special reels of recording tape. Later, such information can be fed into the same computer to solve complicated business and industrial problems. Calculations requiring 7 years of human thought are completed by high-speed electronic brains in just 7 minutes. Assembly lines and mass production come to mean less people and more push buttons. Precision tools and equipment are eliminating the element of chance, and they are eliminating the human element too. People are being displaced and forced to find other jobs because of a new word in Webster's dictionary: automation, the science of controlling mechanical production by electronic means. But automation still seems to be no great threat to workers in America. If it eliminates some old jobs, it also creates more new ones, many more new ones. Then, as automation spreads to agriculture and other basic industries, push buttons become a problem. They are putting people out of work, and for the first time, they are not creating enough industries to absorb the unemployed. By putting automation to work on the farm, one man is able in 10 minutes to feed a herd of cattle. The same job once kept 5 men working for half a day. Now corn and hay are moved mechanically, hundreds of feet, from storage silos to feed bunks. Farming and farm methods will change more in 20 years than in all the years since 1750. No industry, no business is remote from the impact of automation. Drugs and prescriptions are translated into blends and doses that are carefully measured out and mass-produced by mechanical means. The inventive genius of man is constantly being challenged, and man is responding to the challenge with machines that are more intricate, more complex, more productive. Machines to turn out all sorts of things faster, better, cheaper. There appears to be no limit to what push buttons can do. In transportation, experimental trains are tested that run on their own, completely and automatically on their own. The reduction, replacement, and elimination of men by machines is seen in the evolution from steam locomotives requiring firemen and engineers to diesels requiring engineers alone to fully automated trains requiring no crews at all. And so the wheels of automation spin faster and faster. The industrial changes in the United States and the world become greater and greater. The past falls farther and farther behind. The America of 1900 and the America of today are worlds and worlds apart. In agriculture, the push-button farmer of the 1960s produces more than enough food for a country where population has doubled in 50 years. At the turn of the century, the rural farmer worked from sunup to sundown, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, struggling to raise enough to feed his family and have a little left over to sell for profit. In telephone communications, the caller of today dials directly almost any place in America. Area codes and phone numbers trigger the switchboards and long-distance circuits. No longer must individual calls be placed with individual operators, local or long distance. Modern mass production is today so efficient, so technical, so specialized, that unemployment caused by automation is a real threat to the American economy. It is a problem management and labor must solve together. Only the craftsman practicing his age-old art in his age-old way seems able to keep his place and preserve his work. There is no machine, no push button that can blow and shape and polish a crystal creation with the skill and experience that craftsmen labor years to achieve. And yet this man's skill is an expensive skill. Like the artist who will etch a scene on the crystal vase, his work takes time, and time is money. So it is that in a cost-conscious society, craftsmanship too may find itself replaced by automation. In 60 years, in a single lifetime, this is a revolution that has touched the lives of all workers in all lands. It is a revolution that will affect their children and their children's children. Only time can tell whether it will be, for mankind, a curse or a blessing. A comprehensive look at the world today, the Screen News Digest, is brought to you each month by the Baltimore Sun papers. With correspondents around the world, you get the news fast and factually from where it happens every day by reading the Sun papers of Baltimore, one of the world's great newspapers.